Hello everybody. This video is primarily about my experience with Apmex and why I had to sell my precious metals. And some of you know, who stay close, know that I got into a $15,000 credit card debt. And the main reason why it got so high is basically either I was working full-time or my wife was. Neither one of us ever worked full-time. Only for 3 months, and we made a surplus of $1,500 a month when she was, and or when we were working full time. But that only lasted 3 months, and then I lost my job, and then I needed surgery and things of that nature. And the main reason why it went up that high and what I'm spending it on wasn't junk and it wasn't precious metals. I purchased my precious metals with cash. Okay, I used one credit card that I bought, and I paid that off last year before we made it some big problems. So everything was paid off on the credit card. It was basically food, which was running between $150 and $170 a week for me, my wife, and my son. Diapers and all that type of stuff. We had to go to Target to buy the diapers and shop breaks sometimes at supermarkets. But anyway, so that ran up to between about $700-800 a month just in those two areas for food and to take care of my son. And gas. Well, gas was almost $4 a gallon back then. So that was another $300-400 a month. So it was like $1,000 a month that was practically going in our credit card, and I had very little money to spend because everything was going towards our rent, our bills, and just trying to stay afloat. And we gambled for my wife to get the full-time job, because in the beginning she was only working part-time at the school as a custodian, and she got the full-time job after a year of gambling, and it paid off. But unfortunately I had to sell my precious metals because they got so high, and I lost my job, and the price went from 8,000 right back to 15 again, and it would just, there's just no way. I got tired of just putting $500-600 a month into my credit card, and it was still going up every month. So I listened to two of my main people that I listen to, Inspirity 68 and Freedom Force USA. They finally convinced me, especially Chase, because we talk once in a while on a cell phone, and get rid of your metals. And the problem with metals is that I had is that I fell in love with them and I didn't want to sell them, and I just wanted to keep giving the banks my money as I'm seeing nothing. And he was telling me, you're burning $600 a month and you're getting nowhere because you're keeping these metals. He goes, forget about loving your metals. You cannot love your investment. If you love your investment, you already lost, because you don't know when to sell when you have to sell. Okay, it was a learning experience. I got in at the wrong time, but got about when silver was at $30 and went up to $35, and gold was at $16.50, which was most of my gold was purchased at those prices, and it went up to almost $1,800 before, right after the QE3 came, and it just crashed from there, and it still hasn't stopped. And I believe it's still going to go down from listening to those two guys and not Mike Maloney. And I will do another video soon on him as well, and what I truly believe about those guys. But anyway, back to that. I mentioned my surgery, and I'm doing very well. Scars pretty much just about gone now. I mean, it's still there, but it ain't bad at all. So it's doing pretty good, and so I'm happy with that. And I remember I was talking to a few of you guys about I had a choking feeling there, and I felt the food was getting stuck. I talked to my doctor about that, and he said that's most likely just from the swelling, because it was 4 days after surgery, and a few days after that it was gone and never came back. So I have no pain now when I swallow. I don't feel any discomfort, nothing. It's like I never had this operation today, so thank God that part's over. So now, my experience with Apmex and how dirty they did me, very dirty, and I'm very upset with them. They were my #1 dealer that I like to do business with, and I'm going to second guess myself if I ever have to buy from Apmex again. We're definitely going to look at Providence Metal first to see if their prices, and some of their prices, if not a lot, are better than Apmex. What I liked about Apmex is they had a much more wide variety to choose from and very fast shipping. Usually I got everything from them within that same week. If I purchased it on a Monday, I practically almost got it following Monday or late Friday, depending. if they can get it quickly out. But they usually had it within 5 days. I had it in my hand, which I thought it was remarkable. But anyway, what they did to me, I called them up around 4 o'clock Eastern time, and I told them everything I had. Actually, I called up Providence Metal first. They only wanted to purchase half my stuff. The pricing, what they wanted to purchase from me, was slightly higher than Apmex, but they didn't want a lot of my stuff, like the 1987 golden nugget set that I have, that a lot of you like that I have it in my my favorite precious metals video. A lot of people phrase that as my best gold that I had. My personal was the 2008 gold coin set that was colored by the Perth Mint. They didn't even want to have that. They didn't want to purchase my 2012 5-ounce Taco Fuji turtle because it wasn't the right year. They only had 2013 that they wanted to sell. So they were very picky on what they wanted to purchase back. Apmex didn't care. Got everything. Whatever I wanted to sell to them, they gave it to me. Okay? And I got what I left, or what I still have in my hands that I did not sell, on the table, which I'll show you at the end of this video. But what they did to me, I started telling them what I got, and the guy was like, well, you know what, it's getting kind of late. You got a lot more than I thought you would want to sell, because I had a lot of variety of stuff. It wasn't just like 300-400 ounces of Eagles or something that can make it a quick. So he didn't want to know anything more on the phone, which I thought was kind of strange, because I was more than halfway done. He goes, I'm going to send you an email, and then you send me an email back of whatever else you have that you want to sell, and we'll get back to you tomorrow morning, because my supervisor's not here to give me the correct pricing for you. So I was like, alright, whatever. Tomorrow morning comes, or the next day morning comes, or that night actually, sent them all the emails. He sent me back in his own time. Actually, I think they're 2 hours behind in Oklahoma. So he sent me an email, okay, thank you, I got everything, and we'll give you the prices first thing in the morning when we wake up, and take it from there. 9 a.m. comes, 10 a.m. comes, 11, 12 o'clock comes, and their time, okay? It was like 2 o'clock my time in my area, so I know they were up already, and I know they were available, and I already talked to the guy on an email on my phone. It's like, oh, what's going on? Oh, I gotta talk to my supervisor now. But in the meantime, silver was crashing hard that day, okay? So they were waiting for the price to keep going down and keep going down and keep going down before they finally gave me the price of what they could for everything that I wanted, which I thought it was wrong, rude, and that's what they did to me. They waited 5 hours, almost where the whole day was just about done, and crashed before he gave me all the pricing. And I told him, I said, listen, if you don't give it to me now, I'm going to go to Providence Metal and go back to them and sell whatever they're going to sell, and we'll sell the rest on eBay. Instantly, I got the prices, okay? Funny how that worked. And so I was very disappointed in Apmex for doing that to me. They waited for the prices to crash and keep crashing and keep crashing, and holding me on the side, knowing, let's just wait. Let's just wait. This sucker's going to give us this stuff no matter what the price is. So they waited, and I didn't like that. So now this is the check that they gave me. So I'm all done, set, and done. Here's the proof that I got. The American Precious Metals Exchange. Okay, and that's the price that they gave me for everything. $16,312. So that was the check that they gave me for 9.75 ounces of gold and 300 ounces of silver. So that was that. And so I wasn't very happy with that from the prices, because I lost. Okay, this is why I'm a gold bug. People are trashing, oh, you're gold. Let me tell you, gold is the best investment you'll ever be able to put your money in. I don't care what anybody says, because it's not only just a store of value, it'll save your ass. If I had all my money in gold, I wouldn't have lost anywhere near the amount of money that I did today. Okay? I lost over 60% value of my silver from when I first bought it. Okay, most of my silver came from in the high 30s or mid 30s, $30 to $35. But a lot of the stuff was the first year issued coins, like the Maple Leafs and the Eagles, and a whole bunch of other stuff, okay, which were in the $40. And I was offered only $20 for them, under $20, okay. I got the piece of paper, I should find it, but it was like $17 that they offered me for the Maple Leafs and $18 for the Eagles. It was like $1 something over spot for the Maple Leafs and only $2 over for the Eagles. So I got crap for everything. So I lost over 60% of what I put down in silver in 2012, what I got back last week, and only lost 30% in my gold. Okay, so it was a dramatic difference, and it proved to me once again that gold is the best place to put your money in any times of needs. If you have to sell it in a time of need, you're going to lose less money than you will in silver. Okay, yes, silver goes up higher than gold, but you know what? Who cares? Gold still goes up plenty. Okay, this is why the banks and countries store it for a main reason and not silver. Okay, so I got crushed. Still going to be buying silver. Matter of fact, I just bought a silver coin the other day. I'll do an unboxing when I get it. Now let's just go to what I have now. And this is what I did not wish to sell. I kind of kept a lot of stuff. I want to thank everybody, first of all, for sending me a request of what they wanted to buy, because I did make a video on that. And I got a lot of personal messages saying don't sell to anybody, you might run into problems with people's checks bouncing, things like that, people getting mail to them saying things are missing. He goes, you don't want problems with people, okay, just sell it to a main precious metal dealer and you're not gonna have any problems. And I said, okay, that makes sense. So I did, and I'm sorry that I never got back to everybody who did send me a request of what they wanted to purchase. I was very depressed at that particular moment, and it took me a week just to get myself moving. I wasn't even answering Chase's phone. I didn't want to listen to anybody. I didn't want to know anybody. I just wanted to soak in what I had to deal with, and I dealt with it, and it's over with. So I still love my metals, but I'm going to be more wiser on what I purchase now and the reason why I'm purchasing them. I kept my 10 1-ounce bar coaches. I kind of like these. They were pretty cool, and so I kept them. I also kept my 3 5-ounce Scottsdale bars. They were pretty cool, so I kept them. I kept 2 of my Rushmore 5-ounce coins. I got these for the Raw Dog reasons. He said these were going to go up in value and yada yada and all that stuff. So I kept them. And some of these stuff I kept. The reason why, because Apmex was also offering it the most back. So I figured, or they were selling them on their website a lot higher than the rest of the coins. So I kept them as well. Because they offered them, they were going to give me regular bullion for this. They were going to give me $16 like an ounce for this. They'll give you nothing, okay? So I was like, you know what? If they're selling them for $115, $20 or whatever they're selling, but they're only offering a little bit, just keep them. I'm keeping it. Not worried about it. This was a gift from Chase, from Get Well, when I had my surgery, and helped me get back on my feet. So that I kept 5 of those. Of the Year of the Goat 2-ounce coins. There's 5 of them in a roll. And I also kept a 2-ounce rabbit that he also gave me for the good luck charm. And so I kept that. I also kept my first 2-ounce coin I ever purchased, the Year of the Dragon. And that actually came up to be a profit. I think I purchased that for about like $60, and now it's going for over $70, $80. So that's probably the only coin that I own that I purchased that actually went up in value. And those are the coins I'm really searching on now. Is the 2-ounce and 1/2-ounce coins. Ryan, calm down. And I also kept my 2-ounce Mexican Liberat. And the reason why I kept that one is because they were also offering, or they were selling for higher prices. I think Apmex was out of these completely, if I'm not mistaken. And they were offering nothing for them. I like these too much, so I kept them. The Kookaburras. So I had 3 of them. I had 2 of them that I originally purchased. And let me see what years they are. The 12. And I think this was the 96 or something that I purchased. 92. That was my oldest one. And I won this from... Actually, this wasn't the one I won. This is the one that Chase also gave me. So he gave me these 3 things if you saw the video. He gave me the new Kookaburra, the goats, and the rabbit. And I really like these a lot, so there was no way they were going to pandas. That's the 2005, 2009, the 10, the 2011, and there's the 12, 13, and there's the newest edition, the 14, that I did win from USA, Freedom Force USA, should I say. Thank you once again, Ed. And so that was that. So I got all those years, and I kept one, also koala. I wanted to keep that. Now, since I'm a Canadian, I kept my Wildlife Series coins. I got 2 cougars and 2 bisons, and of course you got the bear and the moose and cantaloupe and antelope, and of course the wolf. Now, the main reason why I kept this. You ready for this, people? Apmex wanted to give me $18 per coin of this, including the wolf. There was no extra premiums for the wolf. I was like, you can forget that. You ain't seeing that. I kept 1 year of the first year issued Maple Leaf, and I kept 2 of the first year issued Eagles, and the first year issued of the Philharmonics. So the other ones were gone. And I had to have one in the Britain, so I had to keep one of them, just for show. Had to keep my 5.9 silver, that was not going. And so that had to stay. And my least favorite silver out of them all was from the Chris Dwayne, which is this one's not a bad looking coin. And that's probably a very bad ugly coin. I was going to collect them all, but I got out of that real quick as the prices started rising up on them too much. Engelhard coins. So I kept them as well because they seem to be selling at a much higher price than all the other ones. So I kept the higher price ones. So I'm not going to get into selling them for like 80% less than what they're worth, because that was ridiculous and what Apmex was actually offering. And this is the most valuable one there. It's a 1983. Yes, it is. That must be the lowest vintage one. Paid over $50 for that. $50 for that coin, actually. And the first year one. And one of my favorite ones is the colored snake. I think this is a beautiful coin. Wish there was a lot lower mintage on these to make them appreciate more in value, because these are beautiful, very, very beautiful. And the copper coins actually came with it. The year of the snake copper coin came with that coin when I purchased it on eBay. Now, my box coins. The Perth Mint. I kept the silver one of the 2000 Sydney Olympic coin set. And thank God I bought a lot of gold, because it saved my butt on getting me out of this credit card. Silver wasn't giving me anything. And you guys saw this, so I'm not going to get too much involved in that. But that's a 16 coin, which is a very beautiful set, and I'm glad I kept that. And I kept my 1.9 ounces of the hologram. Beautiful. That is absolutely stunning. So I'm very happy I didn't even sell that. And that was a $50 loss. I looked on eBay. They were selling that for like $150 now, and I bought this for $200. So I was like, you know what? I'm out of my credit card debt. I'm not selling anything more. I'm keeping everything that I have. And this goes out to Big Jim, because he knows what he likes, and this is his favorite coin. My 1 kilo proof Year of the Horse, only 500 mint, and I'm not going to get rid of this. This is the bad boy. Okay, this is where the value is going to appreciate over time from this kilo coin. Very stunning. Glad they made a little amount of them. Excellent coin. I'm very, very pleased. The next thing I kept with my 41 ounce Year of the Horse. I really love the Year of the Horse. I thought about trading these in for all half ounces, or some 2 ounces and some half ounce, but I decided, you know what, they're selling these coins for over $40, which was more than what I paid for them when they first came on, or for when they first came out. So I figured if they're charging more, I'm not selling them. They offer 28 something and change for each of these coins, and I pay 38, so I wasn't going to willing to take a $10 cut on each of these coins if they're selling it for more themselves than when it originally came out. So it's telling me that Apmex adored these coins as value-wise more now than he did when it first came out. Providence Metal, I believe, was out of them completely. So I kept them. I'm pretty sure they're going to appreciate in value. So it's not going to be as much as the 2.5 ounce, but they do appreciate in value over time. Those Lunar Series coins, they all pay off eventually. I bought this from for a friend who was in the Navy. Showed him that. I showed him my other silver first. I was going to surprise this for him because he's getting ready to retire. And he shitted on silver. Oh, I don't like silver. I only like gold. So I was like, alright, then I'm not even going to show him this coin that I bought for him if he's going to act like that. He's more of a stock market guy. He hates precious metals. And so that was that. And he actually showed me a chart, this inflation chart that said that gold value today should be at $800 if it was running along with inflation. Okay, that was his price range for him to buy any gold, or anybody, his way for gold to be $800. Kind of hard to see this one since I'm Canadian. I kept my 2009 Jubilee. It's a 1 ounce coin. Somewhat low interest, not too much, but I like to train. My son loves training, so I kept that. This coin is pretty wild. I like this as well. It was the 1987 American Cup. I definitely like that. The boat's just looking sweet. Let me take that out so you can check it out. I'm sure you guys saw it already. It's all dirtied up. They're my fingerprints. But anyway, you guys saw this coin already, so I'm not going to get too into it. And I kept this for my son. The African Wildlife Series. And this is the 2012, I believe. Yes. And the reason why I actually bought him the 20 tubes of the 2012 Takus. They got nothing back in value. I got like maybe $18 per those coins for those Takus. So I traded those in instead of me keeping this, because these were a lot more higher in value from Apmex and so forth than any other coins. So they had like a $10 premium on these now that they were selling from on their store. So I was like, you know what, if they're in the mid-20s and silver's in the 15s, I'm not selling this, because that's got to be more in value over time. If they're selling everything else, these much more than Eagles and anything else, the Maple Leaves, you name it, these are going for more than all the other ones. So I kept them. The gold is my son's. I gave it to him. Just the 5.9 gold. Ryan, get out of there now. Come over here behind me. Thank you. 5.9 gold was my favorite one. And his 1/4 ounce gold. So he's doing pretty well. He's got 1 1/4 ounce gold and 20 ounces of silver. And this is my only gold that I have at a 9.75 ounces. Is the Year of the Horse 1 ounce coin. 30,000 of them made. And they were selling these also on eBay. It's not eBay, excuse me. On Apmex, $200 more than when I paid for it last year. So they're obviously going up in value more than that. And so I wasn't going to sell, like I said, I'm going to sound like a broken record. I didn't sell anything that was selling for more now on Apmex than it was when I purchased it, or anything that was over $5, $6 a spot that they were offering online. So I was like, you know what, these are appreciating in value. I'm keeping it. I'm going to sell all the regular bullion that got destroyed during this crashes, and I'm keeping what I didn't have to sell. And hopefully this will be the bottom, but if it's not the bottom, I'm going to continue to purchase precious metals, as I still believe in them as a great investment. And hopefully everybody enjoys this video. Sorry for making it so long. I was elaborating quite a bit, but it's been a while I made a video, and I just wanted to go over everything. And everybody keep stacking. Have a good day.